On this video, I will run you through 11 concepts that you need to know to become seriously confident. Prioritize yourself. The same people that get angry at you for putting yourself first are the exact same people that benefit from you when you put yourself last. Sometimes people go there helping others, especially us women. We go helping here and there when sometimes we don't even have our most basic needs fulfilled. Reality is that introspection is very difficult. It all in theory sounds very easy to achieve: self-love, self-care, self-respect. But when we truly analyze our real life actions, we can't realize that we are not really doing things that represent self-love and self-care. So it's so much easier to read it in books, to say it, to hear it, but the real self-love is when you go in real life and you do clear actions that demonstrate you really are applying self-love, self-care, and self-respect in your real life. People tend to find it so much easier to go and to concentrate on others and to tell them how to improve their lives, what they are doing wrong, because that is so much easier than concentrate on ourselves. It's like as if we tend to always take us for granted, and it's easier to escape and see other people's lives than centrate our energy in our weaknesses and in those things we do not like to see in ourselves, we don't like to accept from ourselves. So the best thing you can do for yourself is go back to yourself and don't get distracted with Sean and Maria's problems and whatever that happens around you. Concentrate on yourself and don't move from there until you become something close to a decent human. Confidence is not loud. Be humble and be aware of your worth. Sometimes we think confidence is this. But in reality, it's more like this and this and this. All those people who rub in your face, they are super happy. They just aren't. Please believe me on this one. The worst example for this is, for example, all those couples, relationships that try to showcase to the world their relationship is perfect. They will be posing and posting pictures here and there in social media, but believe me, that is not real happiness. That is not true confidence. That is just not real. If something that just reflects a constant need of validation and attention. For example, likes for influencers are an absolute drug. And you know how it goes with drugs and addicts. These people will do everything, absolutely everything they can to get more of those drugs. Confidence is not loud. It's about what your aura projects and not your words. When you think others are judging you, it's actually you judging yourself. This is such a hard pill to swallow, but we see the world through our own past experience and our insecurities and prejudices. Let's put a clear example. Let's imagine there's this girl who is insecure with herself because she's not thin enough. That's what she thinks. And then summer comes and this girl goes to the beach and gets into her bikini, and boom, the world stops, the time stops. She's walking thinking everybody is looking at her and it's judging her body. She might be thinking, oh my god, these people are thinking what on earth I am doing with a bikini. why I'm not hiding myself in a house. I look so horrendous, and la di da di da. So this in reality is not true. Probably people are on the beach, it's just, I don't know, having fun, and end of the story. No one is over analyzing others, and if there's people over analyzing others, and if there is people judging you, you would never want to get in touch with those people anyways. So the people who judge you are like not nice people, so who cares about them? But really, imagine in this scenario of the beach, people are in their own worlds, people are in their own minds, people are doing their thing. It's not that people will be cross hands looking at you walking and judging your body. But for this girl, a girl who has these insecurities with her body, she just feels all the eyes on her, and she just feels people is judging her. If a guy maybe starts laughing, she will think, oh my god, he's laughing at my body. And that is a vicious circle that it's really hard to stop. We magnify our defects 10 times more than what the rest of the world see in us. You will analyze, you will know every corner of your body. If you know your defects or whatever, you will think they're so much bigger than what they made are. And then someone else comes and maybe look at you in 3 seconds and thinks, oh, she looks actually all right. No one is like looking at you with a magnifying glass trying to find what is wrong with you. People just don't act like that. That is just something that lives in the brain and in the mindset of an insecure person. So what could be the best thing this insecure girl on the beach can do? Just hold each single of your kilograms or pounds, whatever, with dignity, smile, and have a nice moment. Enjoy nature, enjoy the water, get in the sea, just have a true connection with nature, with the sea, and show in that moment all those beautiful things. Do not try to fit so hard into those stereotypically perfect bodies that so many people try to achieve these days. It's a waste of time. At the end of the day, we all age. We will all get old and full of wrinkles, and our bodies and gravity will make part of our bodies go down in ways we probably don't wish, but it's just the cycle of life. It's just the way it happens, and it will happen to every single human in the whole world. So why even wasting time and getting so frustrated for something that will happen to every single person in the whole world? No one escapes from aging. Nobody escapes from just not looking fresh and young forever. It's just a natural cycle of life. Do not go against it, because you will suffer and suffer, and you will waste your years and you will waste your time for something that you cannot control. So surrender, accept, enjoy. It's not about the shape you hold, it's about the thoughts and the quality of thoughts you keep in your mind. Confidence, it's all about a solid, healthy mindset. Confidence, it's not about being delusional or being a narcissist. Being confident doesn't mean you have to be a bitch or a badass girl who doesn't care about others' feelings. Being confident is accepting and loving your flaws, plus minding your own business. Positive affirmations have a massive potential to change your life, because they can reset the information that you hold in your subconscious mind, but only and only if you believe in what you are listening, if you believe in what you are repeating. When I speak to those beautiful affirmations to myself, I believe in each one of those words I am saying to myself. Otherwise, it will be just a massive waste of time. Well, probably I will gain some enemies here, but confidence, it's not for lazy people. I heard someone the other day saying something like this: I had a glow up when I was 22, But now it's really hard to be confident after so many years of feeling like an outcast. Confidence requires consistency. It's not a 3 weeks challenge, it's not reading a book and watching a film and then just feeling empowered and feeling amazing because now you think you understand what confidence is. It's not even watching this video and then just feel good and then keep on going without changing anything in your life. Confidence is consistency throughout your whole life. It doesn't stop. It's not that you do things to gain confidence and then in 3 months, then that's it, you've done enough, you stop and you continue your life. It's literally to change your life forever. Imagine there is a pot of boiling water. To keep the bubbles boiling on the top, you need to keep on heating the pot. If the heat stops, then all the bubbles disappear and the water will come stagnant and lifeless. And after time, the water will go bad, just as anyone who lacks of confidence. To keep on being confident, you will have to keep on fueling your car every time it gets empty. And don't even wait until the car gets empty. It's better to fuel every time the tank gets halfway. It's a constant motivation that you need. It's a constant interaction with things that make you feel confident. Talk to yourself and treat yourself the way you would talk and the way you would treat someone you love. Are you continuously judging and criticizing yourself while at the same time you are nice, forgiving, and kind with others? Are you continuously measuring your value with your productivity and how far you are in life? If you have answered yes to both of those questions, then deep down you may know that being your worst enemy isn't helping you at all. But chances are you are caught up into this negative vicious circle of judging yourself and criticizing yourself, and you have no idea how to break free from this trap. The anxiety keeps on ramping up, and the more anxious you feel, the more your mind overanalyzes, reviews, and criticizes every single detail. Anxiety amplifies when you go to the past or when you travel to the future. When you remove yourself from the present, you will probably be acting like a neurotic, creating endless what-if scenarios. And this is why probably all the stories from the future come out with catastrophic and negative ends. It might feel impossible to turn down the volume of your inner critic that is watching every single step you are doing just to make you feel you are not good enough. If this is you, start first of all with acknowledging this toxic habit and consistently and actively seek for a change. And if the criticism comes from the external world, remember that no one can make you feel inferior without your own consent. Know who you are. If you know yourself, no one else can tell you who you are. Know what you don't like, how you want to be treated. Start spending good quality time with yourself. Hug yourself, respect yourself, and put yourself together, because I will not lie on this one. If you don't do it for yourself, no one else will. It's your life, it's in your hands, unless you are underage. Don't follow useless advice. It sounds harsh. So all I've said before in this video was all to help you gain more confidence. But I will say now in this part is what you should not do to get confident. I heard these things so much before. For example, if you are not confident, just act as if you are. No one will know. And in the meantime, you will start becoming more confident. No, it doesn't work like that. Improve your body language, chest out, shoulders back, hands this and that. It doesn't work like that. True lifelong confidence comes from competence, which comes from self-awareness, honesty, and the development of one's skill set. Faking you are confident is an absolute waste of time. Eventually, you gotta build character through life's struggles. If you're faking you are confident, people who get close to you, truly close to you, will find out you are not as confident as you are trying to showcase. And yes, when they realize your true confidence is not there, they will probably just walk away and they will leave you alone and in a much worse situation in which one you were before, because now you will feel with a way lower self-esteem and you will feel lonely. When it comes to building confidence, it takes time, it takes a lot of active effort, and there's no shortcuts. Really, there is not. Confidence doesn't come from thinking you are good at something. It comes from feeling comfortable and worth of respect. People cannot just decide to be delusional. It's not even helpful to even try. One day we will all be old, our bodies and faces will be full of wrinkles, we will feel weaker, and that day, where will our confidence be? That's why I'm saying it really needs to come from inside and it cannot come from external expensive products, beauty treatments, or anything like that. If the best version of yourself wouldn't do it, then don't do it. Don't put yourself on sale just because you feel desperate for some cheap attention. Be more self-sufficient and life will provide in the right moment and not when all you do is running around like a headless chicken. Non-contingent self-esteem is the real deal. Sorry, but to explain this concept, I will have to use more technical words, so feel free to listen it a few times if you don't understand it on the first one. Non-contingent self-esteem is when you build your own self-esteem without depending on norms, social comparison, or any external pressures. But honestly, almost no one in this world has a fully non-contingent self-esteem. Why? Because even in the best case scenarios, people still need a little bit of external validation. Most people will think they are very confident, but all they have done is actually adjust themselves very well to society norms. And that's why, as for now, they are receiving all this amazing feedback from the external world. But there's always comes a time where you cannot meet everybody's expectations, and that's when that self-esteem absolutely vanishes, because that self-esteem was relying on norms. Therefore, that self-esteem is marked by instability, unreliability, and vulnerability, which leads to an incessant pursuit of self-value. Don't worry and don't invest so much time into achieving that perfect body. Just try to redirect most of that time and energy into nurture your mental health. For example, let's talk about going to the gym. I never in my life lift weights until I met my actual boyfriend, and he's into training and fitness, and he got me deep down into this fitness world. And let me tell you what I found out. Most fitness people are a bit fake. They don't just lift weights and get toned naturally. There's so much more involved into that. Most of these fitness people, they, for example, take pre-workouts. Those are powders that you mix with water and you drink, and they give you so much energy. So basically what you do is that you go, you hit the gym, and that way you will train so much harder than, of course, what you will do on a normal state. And then there's all these protein milkshakes, protein powder bottles here and there, and protein cereal bars and protein chocolates and protein chewing gums. It's just like protein everywhere. And then the worst one is probably all the steroids. There is so many different pills that will help people to achieve super quick specific results or burn fat or, I don't know, tone so much quicker. And at the end of the day, if you grab, for example, 100 of the most popular, most famous, with millions and millions of followers, fitness people, and you take all these people to a deserted island in the middle of the Pacific and you leave them there for, let's say, 4 months. If you come after 4 months, chances are we won't recognize most of them. I mean, if I get into that experience, you wouldn't recognize me either. I will be hairy as hell, but I got off topic, sorry. People will take all these things apart from just training naturally, and then they will pose and then they will tell you this is all hard work, this is the result of working so hard, and that's it. And I'll be like, yeah, sure. And then also they will add, and I achieved all this in just 3 months. And I will be like, sure you did. 99.9 of the cases, crazy, amazing looking bodies don't come just from Mother Nature or just from training. Crazy, amazing looking bodies don't come just from natural sources. There's so much more going on behind the scenes that no one will really tell you, and you know why they won't admit the things they really do to get the results they do, because there's money. Those people get so much money because they look perfect, and then they get a lot of people buying their courses, follow their applications, buying their books, whatever, because they think if this guy got into this shape, then I will do the same things and I will get in shape like him too. Those people don't tell you the truth. They just make money. They get so much money in their bank accounts. That's the truth. And that's why most of the things they do, they hide them. Let me attack last time these poor fitness people. But really, it's the last time. Those people that look stereotypically amazing, that get so many great comments. You look fabulous. Oh my God, I would love to be like that. You look so sexy, etc., etc. Those people in general build this amazing shell that it's perfect. But if the shell breaks, this whole crystal shatters into 1,000 pieces and falls on the floor, and what is left is emptiness. There's no substance inside that whole shell. I do not think going to the gym is entirely about getting those ripped abs or getting a massive body change. I just see it as having a long-term commitment to something, which is so rare these days because we tend to shift from one thing to another one non-stop. For the last months, finally, I found the time to start going solidly to the gym. And even though I'm still amateur, and I think when I say amateur, I'm being very generous, but when I have these little maybe tiny improvements, they give me such a high level of satisfaction. And that's where I think the true confidence comes from, giving baby steps, but going solid, go every day, show up, have consistency, prove yourself. You can promise something to yourself, and then you go and you deliver on that promise. It's all about releasing the endorphins and showing up every single week to the gym. This is how you build confidence, being realistic and working hard continuously and continuously and continuously without magic shortcuts. True self-esteem is stable and solid. Your poor self-esteem is 99% chances a consequence of bad or immature parenting. But listen, it's not good just to be blaming others, and the best thing you can do is to take an active role and to actively look to improve and be a better version of yourself. Otherwise, you will just be wasting your time thinking all that went wrong in the past. It's just through healing and acknowledgement and acceptance that you can make a transformation and evolve. I have this other video here where I explained everything about how to radiate feminine energy. Lots of love. Thank you for being here.